not done yet. The picture changes.
In by KDB to the back post. It's found by Erling Haaland. Who else? Kevin De Bruyne with the assist. Haaland with the goal. Erling Haaland's sensational scoring form continues.
Fernandinho whips it into the channel for Jesus, and they're stretched. Villa. Bernardo Silva, an absolutely brilliant counter-attacking goal from Manchester City. They swept forward in style. They are in control.
Nasri with the corner. Touré! In the last minute of the first half, top scorer strikes in. Yaya Touré.
There's Foden. Oh, Foden again. Could be in here. Maybe it's done yet. The pick changes.
Run into the box by Mahrez. Still Mahrez! Goal. Tricking the keeper. As he danced his way into the air, Riyad Mahrez scores.
Mark's caught out by Dzeko here. This could be the moment of the first half, because Carlos Tevez should score, does score. And in a way, that sums up life this season for Aston
Villa. Good afternoon. Welcome to MatchDay Live. And the City go into this game full of confidence after being unbeaten in the last 9 games. But so do Aston Villa, 5 out of 5 before their setback midweek in the Europa League. So it is all set to be an exciting game today. We are very much looking forward to it. You can see there is our captain, Bernardo Silva. He is arriving. Natalie, Nunes, I'm going to talk about him. And of course, there is our man, Pep Guardiola, arriving at Villa Park today. It's a 2 p.m. UK kickoff. There's a few other games happening, other Premier League at 2 o'clock as well. So we'll keep an eye on them and how that will affect the table. There is John Stones. Will John Stones be starting today? I will let you know in approximately 30 seconds when we are allowed to let you know. The team arriving at Villa Park. And there is Josko Vardiol with his long hair and Oscar Bob. Okay, so let's look then. What is the team that Pep Guardiola has picked for today? So in goal, it is Donnarumma. And then Nunes. And he does start. It is John Stones. Ruben Diaz. And Josko Vardiol. Tijani Reinders. And our captain, Bernardo Silva. Oscar Bob starts today. And back in the starting 11, it is Phil Foden. He's joined by Savinho. And then, breathe everybody, he is there, Erling Haaland. And that is your starting 11 for City for today. So welcome to the MatchDay Live studio. Thank you very much for joining us today ahead of the big Premier League game as City take on Villa at Villa Park. And so we have joining us in the studio 2 former Villa players. Very much looking forward to talking to these rocks of centre-backs is the best way I can describe them. We have one of our favourites when he cares to make some time in his diary for us. It's Joleon Lescott. Nice to see you as always.
Good job you said my name there, that Chris.
Yeah. Well, making his MatchDay Live debut. We are so very excited to have joining us Chris Sambert. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we're very excited because, of course, you used to play for Villa, obviously had a stellar Premier League career as well. We'll get into that. But, of course, I hope you don't mind me saying that you may start to be known by City fans as the dad of 2 of our wonderful under-18s players.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream of every dad. Huh? You have to leave the place for our sons to do better.
Floyd and Tyrone, we are going to get into both of them and how well they're doing in the under-18s as well. I once interviewed Erling Haaland's dad, Alfie, and he sort of jokingly said to me off camera, can you call me Alfie Haaland and not Erling's dad? So you might have to get used to that in the future, especially around here.
It's no problem.
Yes, good. Well, we'll get into your career, we'll get into your sons as well. But first I want to go straight into that City 11. So, Jolien, what's your reaction to that 11?
Yeah, positive. I think there's a genuine belief and confidence within the group. So it feels like a couple of seasons ago where, regardless of who's picked, you feel the team that is selected and the players that are selected can do the job.
We're still getting little nuggets of surprises in each game, which I really like. It means, we've got nearly a fully fit squad as well. We've got to start for Oscar Bob today, which, I think you've probably heard it in my voice, which I always find exciting when he starts.
Yeah, Oscar's been an impact player for a period of time, but obviously now he's got the trust of the manager, so hopefully he can perform well, and you're going to get a maximum effort. It's just whether now the outcome is or the output is there in terms of the final product.
Okay, with having two centre-backs in the studio, let's concentrate on the defence for a minute. So, Chris, I always think a Manchester City team where John Stones starts is always a better team for me. What do you make of our back four?
It's very strong. You can see the physicality of the back four. Obviously, my personal favourite is Guardiola. It's a player that can do everything. When you have players like this or like Johnson, who are so versatile, obviously the defender, but they also bring you the quality of a midfield, when they go out of the defence. It's about finding, players that are versatile and can really protect each other.
Yeah, I think we all fell in love with Guardiola as soon as he came. He came with a big reputation, but then exactly like you say, the versatility, he was able, he was a centre-back and then he was playing out wide. And he's still this season. Do you think, looking at that, I'm presuming that he's going to be playing out on the left again? Yeah, because it looks like Stones and Diaz in the middle. Yeah,
I think Stones may operate a bit further forward, which he did against Villarreal. But yeah, initially I'll say Guardiola left back, and like Chris said, he's someone that excites me. I still believe his best position will be centre, but his qualities as a fullback, his way impact games. I think he's got a few assists for Erling as well. So yeah, his ability to make things happen is key. Obviously, we all know that Pep's focus is predominantly on with the ball and in possession, but yeah, his general play, and for me, I'll probably say he was the player of the season. Before it was announced or whatever, he was the player of the season last year, so he's continued that form, not with the goals, but just with the defensive stability. Yeah,
he had quite a few, I think, was it 6 or 7? I think he had the most goals from a defender in the league.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, you must have had him in your fantasy last year.
Absolutely. Not this year, though. Not this year with his change.
Yeah, I see you doing well this year.
You've smashed it. Thanks, Julie. Thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate that. I want to talk a bit about Matheus Nunes as well, because he's got high praise from Pep in his press conference this week. In fact, he said that he could become one of the best fullbacks. Why? What is it about Nunes that you think, what skill sets does he have that, in Pep's words, he could become one of the best fullbacks in the league?
I think the standout bit would be the athleticism. I think his ability to get up and down the pitch. I was aware of him, obviously, following Wolves to a certain extent, but having heard, I think it was Kyle, speak about players and who's the fastest within the squad, and his name came up consistently. So he's very, very athletic, and his commitment to want to do well. Like, there's been some debatable moments for him defensively, but he's wanted to do well and he's wanted to learn. Like, even the mistake against United, the initial mistake was wrong, but he gave away a pen because he was so eager to get back and correct that. So I think Pep obviously recognises that. So as soon as he finds a balance and a better understanding of positioning, because it may look easy, but it's not always easy to be in the right position, especially when you're not involved in the play. So once he improves that, I'm sure he becomes one of the best.
I love seeing that goal again. I remember being in the stadium at that moment and how big that goal was last year to make sure we qualified again for the Champions League. So I love re-seeing that. Chris, from your point of view, in terms of a fullback, obviously Matheus Nunes didn't come here as a fullback. He came here in midfield, and he's been brought back into that position when we needed him to. But as Pep said, the way he's developed, he's becoming really good at it. Yeah. For you, what are the skill sets? What are the things that we're looking for that would make him become a great right back?
Like you say, not easy for Matheus Nunes to come to the club as a midfield, and having, obviously with the circumstances and a player missing here, you need to, to do the job in another position. And unfortunately, you will be judged on that. And at the start, I think he had some difficult moment, but you see his willingness to really improve in any position. And like you say, he's so athletic. You go up and down, and obviously you also have the quality of the midfield. So this help. You know, he can finish, he can cross, he can pick a pass. So, like you say, with a little bit of time now, you can see that, it can be a contention. And when we talk about the best fullback in the world, you know, his name will slowly come up.
How hard is it if you've played all of your career in one position? I'm asking you, Chris, because I'm fully aware that at one point in your career, Sam Allardyce asked you to be a striker.
Yeah.
If you've played one position your whole career and then a manager wants you to change position, do something else.
But this is a little bit of our fault, you know. It's like, you know, in the COVID time, you know, I was bored and I showed that I could do some DIY, and now I've been asked to do DIY. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit. Are you
any good at DIY?
I'm really good at DIY. That's the thing. And so I've shown that side. So it was the same with a little my career. When we do those little game at the end, I wouldn't want to be running after my striker. I want now to have a little bit more fun. So I would play up front and sometimes do really well. You know? Yeah. So when the option came, he sent me there. I was a bit of a head scratcher, but I think we did something.
Yeah.
I play against you, we lost, but you know. So
it was. Did score?
Didn't score. Yeah, but it was a good try. I mean,
I had to pick him up pretty much every corner. Yeah, that was my job. You pick up Chris. I was
so no, obviously it's not easy. At some point, I was come on.
But it will be slightly easier for Nunes just because of, say, he's comfortable in midfield.
Yeah.
And the same with Nico. Now they're being closed down and they can see all, where in your midfield, you're closed down, it's direction, so your head has to be on a swivel. I can see the whole picture. No one's coming from behind. So in that aspect, it would be easier for a midfielder to operate out wide because they can see all the play. Like that's why John Stones is unique, because you put a defender in midfield. Yeah. If we hear man on, it's going straight back to where it come from. The pass is going straight back because I don't have the capabilities of going, I need to look there, receive the ball, then turn. So that's the kind of the easier way for him to transition into that position.
And that's what John Stones has.
Which is not normal for any defender. Like, defenders don't operate in there. They can play in there and play forward, but defenders don't the ball with their back to play and then have to manipulate it. So John Stones is unique in that way.
Yeah, he's probably the most comfortable, I would say, centre-back going to the midfield. It looks like it's his position,
100%.
Almost.
Yeah.
So it's a plus when you can have a player like this.
By the way, Nedum was on the show a couple of weeks ago and he said in your Sunday League team that you play striker.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I played striker a few times, like, not as much as Chris, but I play striker because if you play at the back now, then I still want to take it serious, and I want to just have fun. So now let me just play up front.
Are you prolific, or?
I've scored 4 in 2.
That's numbers Erling would like.
Saying, there you go.
Yeah.
Ian Erling. There we go.
In terms again of City's defence, I read this brilliant stat in the week, which I wrote down. The City have kept more clean sheets in the Premier League than any other side since February, which can. Right,
surprised me that,
and it surprised me because it seems like the narrative has been that City's defence has been weaker.
And clean sheets is the most important. We can talk about how many goals, but if you're keeping clean sheets, you give yourself a chance to win the game. But I'm surprised at that because I still believe that's our weakest part of our team. I think we look like we're going to score in every game, which is a great place to be because now you know the opposition has to score too. But I'm still concerned. If it gets to 70 minutes and it's only 1 goal, I'm still kind of like, are we going to concede where... Like, now you're telling me that's giving me a little bit more confidence.
12 clean sheets since February.
In how many games?
Don't know. I didn't write that down. You got me.
As long as it ain't 24 games.
Yeah.
It's 13 games, we do all right.
Well, it's still the best. It's still the best.
Still the best, yeah. So now, again, that surprised me.
Yeah, and obviously now Donnarumma's fitting in obviously so well, being Edison's replacement as well. So, defence, clean sheets are important. Now, in terms of the rest of the pitch, Bernardo. Are you a big fan of Bernardo Silva, Chris?
Of course. I mean, since his day at Monaco, I've been watching Bernardo Silva, and I mean, you watch his career all over for so long, and he's what age now? 30.
Early 30s, yeah. 33, maybe.
33, I think. And you see his commitment, to the game and his level of professionalism is probably one of the best you can see on the football scene. I mean, it's so professional. You can see it, the way he comes to the game. It's every time doing the right thing. You can see he's a player like this. If he was a player, if you had your young boy come into the first team, I would say, watch him. Watch how he do things. Learn from him, really.
He's going to be playing today central with Reinders. When he plays with Reinders, or when Nico also plays, or Rodri also plays, how does that change where Bernardo plays?
I think in the build, so when we have possession, we're putting from the back, I think he'll be the one that goes to receive the ball because he has the capabilities of just to turn and create space. Maybe as we move up the pitch, similar to Gundogan, as we move up the pitch, he then becomes the deeper line player. But yeah, his transition and understanding is like in our half, it'll be a 6. And in their half, or in our half, it might be an 8, or in their half, be a 6. But yeah, his technical ability is up there with anyone in the game. So yeah, I do think he has struggled, especially last season. But this season, you could see that he's, for whatever reason, whether it was because the team struggled and mentality, he's obviously the captain for a reason. Because Chris said he's a very professional player and he's someone that the group respects. I'm sure there's probably more vocal players in the group, but in terms of what you want from a leader and just look at consistency, he's up there.
I love that goal from him as well. When I said this on Wednesday with the greatest respect, when a smaller person on the pitch gets a header, I always appreciate it. But from a defender's point of view on that, was it his movement there particularly, Chris?
It's for us, it's not really the size. It's your movement. If you can get in front of us, it's nothing you can really do. Yeah. But, if you put it, say, in those pockets, he dive into those pockets where he's not followed, he's going to create chances, like you see on the goal. He just dive into that space and, score a goal with his head.
Haaland has an impact on that as well. When you got Haaland in the box, defenders are going to be focused on, rightly so, focused on Erling. So, yeah, now it gives more similar creative players and intelligent players space to move into, and there's still a lot of things that have to go right, but the cross was perfect. The technique, if you ask him to produce a technique, he's going to do it, isn't he?
Pause on Haaland. We're going to come into Haaland in detail a little bit later, obviously to get the centre-back's opinions on playing against or what it'd be like. So pause on Haaland for a minute. But I want to just switch, Chris, because I really want to talk about your sons. Yeah. So let's get into your sons, because, of course, any City fans at home that maybe you don't keep a close eye on the academy, Chris has 2 sons that are playing in the under-18s team, Floyd and Tyrone. And by the way, yesterday, it was like it was made. I don't know if you told them you were coming on today. We appreciate it, but both of them scored for the under-18s yesterday. So, can you tell us a bit about Floyd and Tyrone? Where did they play? What sort of players are they?
What did they play prior to our position? We have Floyd, who is more of a midfield, more about controlling the game and also have an impact. His quality is more as a all-around midfielder, I would say. So he can impact on the defensive side and can impact on the attack as well. Where Ty is a more direct player. He started at the wing, so now he plays more as a number 10. But for him, it's really how can you impact the team with goal and assist. Every time I want to tell him, you can play the best you can, and you have another teammate that play not as good. If you don't impact the game, you have no reason to be on the field. That's every time what I tell him.
Statistically as well, Floyd has scored 7 goals so far this season in 6 games, and Tyrone has got and Tyrone has got 4 in 7. I mean, the under-18s are sitting top of the league as well. So, are you happy with how your son's season has gone so far?
Very happy, very happy. Obviously, when you stand on the side and both of your sons score, it's every time a proud moment.
They both scored in the derby as well.
3, I think. So
it's always a good sign.
Yeah.
We like it's a way to our hearts, that, Chris.
Yeah, and I tell him, every time both of them score on the weekend, I have a drink. So they try to get me drunk at the moment. Tell him cool down, chill a little.
Yeah. That's good, yeah.
Well, we hope that you'll be having a drink every weekend, Chris.
Yeah.
Every week, that That'll be good for us. I read a lovely interview that was on the website this with Tyrone, where he talked about you and your influence on him, and there was a really lovely quote. You will have seen it, but he said, "Dad is definitely my biggest inspiration. Watching him with insight into what being a football player is, got to observe the behind the scenes stuff. Seeing everything he's gone through to get where he did in his career is inspiring." And then I love this line. The best advice, he says, that you have given him is he told me to be unpredictable. I mean, before we get onto the unpredictable, in terms of having you say that I mean, I feel like I would tear up if someone said something nice like that about me.
I believe I start tearing up when I see the actual feeling. For us, we know how hard it is to get there. And today it can be at that level, but it's about what we put in them as parents. Those virtues, those values. We know how hard it is to get to stay there, and this is the most important. Is their mentality. So the job's not done. It's there. So we try to not get ahead of ourselves. It's a lot of work ahead. And I'm a very critical dad as well. So they know the standard we're looking at because obviously we've been there. They know what it will take to get, to that dream. What is maybe to be playing for City one day.
Yeah, and in terms of being unpredictable,
yes.
Tell us what you mean by that and how that fits into his game.
Well, last year he had a little bit of struggle, Ty, obviously, because we were, for me it's obvious because obviously I follow him since, I play with Park and things, so I know what my boys are about. But for him, it was really to express himself the way he wanted to, obviously as a kid you go through so much emotion, you play for City. City is a team that have possession, obviously you don't want to give it away. So you don't try. But this is a wrong approach. So he had to go through this as well. Really, it's belief, it's having that click in your head, for the kid. And it happened for him. Then I'm really happy that finally we can see him really express himself. So this is, as a defender, being unpredictable, what we say is, for us, as a player, about if you can predict something, everything's got become easy, So if you're good on the right foot, don't think it's done, it's granted. No, you need to put some more things about your game. The left foot. If you start, you're dangerous on your left, dangerous on your right. Well, it's become a 50% chance, for a defender. So it's all those elements that I try to put into them.
Is it hard? What's it like when you've played? So like you say, you know what it takes to get there, but you know what it's like in a game. What is it like then to take yourself and be on the sidelines and be watching your sons? I mean, is it hard? Do you enjoy it?
It's hard because emotion can be different, So you look at it as a dad, So you're obviously happy, but you're also the dad that knows what he's talking about. So you know that some little things are not important to nitpick in a maybe a good performance, but for myself it's something I need to address. So I can look like he's never happy as this one. Hey, this guy never happy, whatever we do. But it's not like that. It's really to try to really push them the most possible.
More pressure playing or more pressure watching your son play?
Watching.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not in control of that. Like watching, I would much rather watch them than play because I love watching them. But I get way more nervous watching him than I ever did playing. It's not even close.
I get really nervous. You get that ball you get before the game.
Yeah, it's not even close to feeling.
Before the game, you get that ball, and then you're in the game, and it goes away.
This isn't like now because they're playing in team. It's like I like that grassroots when I go to watch the grassroots. It's like.
Yeah.
You want them to be doing so well. It gives you that nut, and then when the game starts and they're doing okay, then you relax a little bit.
Yeah, I know what I'm like with Reggie at under 8. So does it just get worse?
Yeah, it's getting worse.
It gets worse.
Oh, good. Obviously, in terms of the academy for you, when did your sons join?
I think when they were around 9 years old. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, they're true citizens.
They really,
Yeah.
and that's we know we love an academy graduate that comes through. And I suppose, has it been good for them and your family as well to see some of the players that have done the same path? I mean, that have joined young, come through. So obviously you're looking at Phil Foden, Lewis, Nico O'Reilly, James Trafford, the players that have come through the system. Is that must be good for them?
It's good, obviously, you know, them hoping, you know, still have, you know, that power. That dream is achievable. You know, it's important to see, you know, later what really that came in the team on a regular basis was Nico. You know, in a lot of, you know, people on the outside, we felt like Nico could have maybe appeared a little bit early, you know, but I think the principle is now he's there, and you know, he can on a basis.
Are they aware that they might be there in a different position? Because I'm sure Nico is you know what I mean? Because Nico obviously never anticipated playing a left back. Now he's potentially an England left back. So have they considered that? Oh, this is my position now.
I don't think that they really think about that right now. But obviously they would see that it's possible. You know, obviously, you know, I've had a couple of discussions where they were saying that be fantastic as a central defender. Yeah. So is Yaya Touré. But if you don't let him express himself, he's never going to be Yaya Touré. You know, it's not because you're 6'3", you're good with your feet, that you have to be a central defender. Yeah.
We saw a few weeks ago in the Cup, Emile Heskey's sons that are both in the under-18s, both made their professional debuts for the men's team in the same game as well, which I just thought was the most incredible moment. For your sons as well, having the cup games, obviously we've got Swansea this week, having those Runner Cup games and seeing other young players getting an opportunity, I bet itching for it. I bet they can't wait.
Oh, 100%. You know, we like to, sometime when we're together, like have this little talk, like, what do you feel? You feel like it's going to happen this year or no? And so every time, you know, believe that it can happen that same year. So for them, it's not about going there, I tell them. It's about staying there. That's the most important. Yeah. That's what takes the most work. It's not to be there, it's to stay there.
Yeah. Emile Heskey also told me, we had him on recently as well, that you have another son.
Yes.
Who's the tallest of all your sons, who's younger.
He will be, definitely.
How old is, what's his name? How old is
Emerson.
he? Emerson. How old is he?
He's 12. Yeah.
And does he play?
He's also here, yeah. He's also here. He's also here, and about the same age. And I would say Floyd, who is my tallest, is probably half a head to one head taller than what he was. So I believe he would be more like me in terms of size. Yeah.
Wow, 3 sons at the academy.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of work, a lot of garden play and park, and
a lot of driving them around as well.
Yeah, a lot of traveling. That's the bit that people don't. People just see the outcome of them in this.
All the traveling, you know, I have to give the credit. This Mama is doing it the most, you know. So I mean, she's the biggest supporter. You know, when it comes to that, she's everywhere.
Good shout out for the mums. Yeah. We appreciate that because it is generally the mums. To stereotype putting the legwork in. So yes, we appreciate it.
You do the driving, we do the DNA transfer.
Speak for yourself.
You're in the driving. Yeah, you're in the taxi.
I'm Uber dad.
Best of luck. Best of luck to Floyd, to Tyrone, and to Emerson as well. Now we'll keep an eye on him as well. So yes, and thank you for putting them in our academy as well. By the way, thank you very much. We look forward to sort of watching their career and seeing what happens as well. Now let's take a jump back and let's go back to Erling Haaland. Of course, in terms of defenders, we've talked about Erling Haaland. We've talked about him so much. Yeah. We've talked about how this season it seems like he's lifted his game even further, if possible. I mean, the records that he's on at the minute is just absolutely unbelievable. What I'd like to know is if you were playing now and you were defending against Erling Haaland, to both of you, what would be your strategy of trying to stop Erling Haaland?
It's different because, like Erling, world-class players, you don't tend to stop. Like, world-class players are that for a reason because they determine the outcome of the game. So that would be the bit you have to stop. Because as soon as that comes in the box, you're not in control of that. It's in control of that where your job is to stop the supply chain rather than the individual. Like, again, you would talk about Wayne Rooney, same, like players that can just decide the game. Like, if he decides to decide it, it's over. There's no outcome. Yaya was the same, Sergio. So the way you stop them isn't actually them. It's everything around them and frustrate them. Like, but that's the beauty of Erling, is he doesn't want to get involved. Like, you know, if you played against Wayne and you stopped him just getting the ball board, so then he might go and play right back or left back for 5 minutes. Erling's not doing that. He's like, I don't care about all that stuff. When it comes in the box, that's when I come alive, and that's the difference in his mentality. Is similar to Sergio. Would be like, I just want to score. I want to play well, great, but I want to score more than I want to play well. So you don't tend to stop.
I feel like you still enjoy a battle with him, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I believe Chris the same. I believe his strengths were our strengths. Not that we guaranteed to win, but
no, we do.
The same style of play where a smaller, more nimble, I don't want to play that.
Like a Paul Dickoff.
Yeah. I'd much rather like a Jamie Vardy. I'd much rather play against an Erling Haaland because just your strengths match up and your attributes are more compatible.
Yeah, it must be difficult. What's difficult with Erling Haaland is you have to be focused every single time, even when he's doing nothing, because, like you say, he doesn't need to be involved in the game. So you will feel comfortable, and you have that one chance, and he's there, and you felt comfortable. And at the end of the game, you will ask yourself, I thought I had a good game. But he has to go.
You haven't played bad.
Exactly. And this is the worst. Whereas when you have a player that's involved all the time, they keep you also involved all the time. So this, I would say, is difficult. Is there a particular way to play against him? Or, if you do man-to-man, that's okay. If you do man-to-man and you say, okay, you're on at the player, but you also have to worry about the others, so it's not realistic.
And we've seen that with the Bernardo goal.
With the Bernardo goal.
Yeah, you focused on early, and then Bernardo goes, and all of a
exactly.
sudden.
Create also that fear, and the other one can also take advantage of that. So it's a very difficult type of striker for a player like us to play against.
So in just a second, I want to ask you both about strikers that you've played against. But quickly, Julian, I wanted to get your thoughts because a prominent person in the media this week said that City wouldn't be in the top four without Erling Haaland and that we're a one-man team. What did you make of that?
I think that's strange to say that. I don't even know who said that. But, yeah, it's a strange comment because we are reliant on him. But is that good? Like, every team is reliant on a certain player. I'm guessing if Liverpool didn't have Salah last season, would they have won the league? Like, there's always someone that's goals that warrants, like, if you took them goals out of the team, but we've played without Erling. We've had Gundogan up front and got 20 plus goals. So, I think it's a naive comment to make, especially when the team and Pep are able to create a system that, yes, now he's reliant on an individual, but the system has been created for that. So if we didn't have him, he would create another system.
That was my thought.
So that's just a slightly disrespectful comment to Pep more than the team. Because Pep has worked without Erling and been successful, so I'm sure he would be able to do that again. Not that he wants to, but he would be able to. If
we had to, we'd be fine. Yes. Thank you. OK, so in terms of the strikers that you have played against, I've got a few little categories for you, and I want you to pick out the strikers that you played against who fits them the best. And I feel like between the two of you, we're about to get some serious names. So first of all,
dropping all sorts.
Right.
Not especially.
Probably some less than you think.
Not especially, because
really?
all of us defenders have that one guy that we don't expect.
Oh yeah. Who is it?
Every time we have problems with.
Van Dijk says Giroud. Toughest opponent.
Oh, really?
We all have one.
Because he scores every time he plays against him. Yeah.
OK. Yeah. Well, I might add that one on at the end in a second. So my first one is the quickest.
Mine was Adama Traore.
Oh, yes.
He's the quickest player I've ever... I was speaking to Chris. Like, I've... Maybe because of the stage of my career, having experienced that...
Was that when he was at Wolves?
No. Where was he?
Could have been at Wolves.
Yeah, he could have been anywhere. I was playing with him at Villa, but then I can't remember where I played against him. Maybe Middlesbrough. But again, just that pace was like, it's insane. I'd never met faced someone that got to their top speed straight away. Like one stride, he's flat out, and his top speed is still faster than everyone's top speed.
And was he dead oily?
Yeah. He
oiled himself.
I was pre-oil.
You were pre-oil.
Pre-oil.
Okay.
So yeah,
I imagine
he didn't realise that was a thing, but yeah, I was pre-oil. But in terms of just the pace alone, and again, I don't want to confuse that with saying he's the best player, because I have to explain this to my kids. I'm saying pace isn't everything, because if it was, he would be the second best player in the world to Mbappe, but he's not, because there's so much more to the game than just pace. But in just out and out pace is a Adama Traoré.
Okay, yours, Chris?
I would say probably Gareth Bale. I'll probably say Gareth Bale. To me, size plus speed together, he was like a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, when he start going, it's just like, well, see you later.
Yeah.
You know, or I'll meet you at the corner flag. Yeah. You know, but yeah, when he was gone, he was gone.
Yeah.
that's
it's funny, because when I think of Bale, it isn't his pace that immediately comes to my mind, so that's really interesting.
Oh, you didn't Gareth Bale was fast?
Well, like I knew he was fast, but what was he fast?
Like, you not remember the one when you go around the player out of the pitch? And
Yes.
For his, yeah, and he pulled his hamstring. Bartra. People just remember the goal, but he had to come off. Hamstring had gone.
Yeah,
like Bale was insane.
Fast.
Yeah,
lightning.
Fast.
Like,
so
fast. More of a strong runner, so you probably wouldn't see it, but lightning.
Yeah. So those kind of players, they don't do that much movement.
Yeah,
you know,
like straight lines.
Like a small player, and you see they are just like, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Him is more like, powerful stride.
It was a sprinter's technique, so he probably doesn't look as fast because he's not. But yeah, he was.
I'm getting on YouTube at the end of the show for this. Okay, best finisher.
Ooh, we debated, but we give it, I think, to German Defoe.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the one. If he's in front of the goal, you just like your prayer start to intensify, stronger. Please don't score.
Yeah, he's just looking to get a shot off.
Yeah,
and his ability to shoot with his back to goal was probably the best. He could touch the ball away from the goal, but rotate his body round and get a shot off before you was able to get a block in. Yeah, he's not even
good finisher.
He's not even looking at anyone coming in the box. I just want to shoot.
And that's Vincent Kompany as well.
Yeah, prime time Vincent as well. But no, JD.
It's somebody you can't leave that yard because he can just shift on his right foot and the finish will be precise. It's you want to take him on his left foot. Also happen on his left foot. He's gonna also finish. So it's so difficult to play against.
I love that you agreed on that as well. Okay, who had the best first touch that you played against?
Mine was Van Persie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I think it was my debut for Man City. He scored against me. The ball came, he just touched it round the corner. And I didn't do nothing that bad, to be fair, but the touch was that smooth and that clean. I just wasn't able to get to the shot, and he scored. But
was that Arsenal?
Yeah, that was the Adebayor celebration.
You made your debut against Arsenal?
My home debut, yeah.
Wow.
My home debut. I made my debut against Crystal Palace.
In that Adebayor game?
Yeah, but no, he did a trick against me once that was that smooth. Oh yeah, this is it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like that. Just everything is just clean. Yeah.
That's your home debut?
That was my home debut for the was it 4-2? We won 4-2?
We won, yeah.
4-2. But yeah, no, his touch.
Yeah, let's look at it again, Jolien.
I should, yeah. I couldn't slide. That was one thing I couldn't do as a defender. People might think that you're taking that for granted. Like, people that can slide tackle is a real art. I never had that strength.
Do you think the fact that production has showed this 3 times?
Yeah, it's Callum.
Yeah.
Callum, but when I come late next time, then he's a guest light. That's a problem.
We need to quickly show something to tee up a Jolien block or something quick.
It's even not even that. We've shown Villa goals before, and I wasn't even in that, I don't think. I'm thinking I've scored a goal at Aston Villa for this club. But no, okay.
We showed that instead. Yes, noted. Whose was yours, Chris?
Ooh, playing against really, I would say a player like Wayne Rooney, around the box and in the box, in this small area, very, very sound in his first touch. But for me, the one who's really impressed me the most was probably, I would say, Little. First touch was special. Yeah, really special.
So.
Yeah.
Wow.
But obviously, I've seen that as a teammate, not against. So that's why I give that fruit because I don't know what it is against.
Oh, you played with him in Russia?
Yeah, I do.
I nearly went there.
You nearly went to Russia?
Yeah, I nearly went to the same team as Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, did we have to show that as well?
What
really?
Is this MatchDay Live or is this United TV?
I was there behind that goal and I still have nightmares about that moment.
This is enough.
Once was enough in
Once is
person
more than enough.
to never see that again.
Yeah. Show
Thank you. Right. Strongest. Oh, I like this one. Who is this? Considering how strong you both are, who was the strongest striker you played against?
Yakubu
Leeds?
No,
where was he?
Yakubu at
Bro,
yeah, big Yak. Played with him then at Everton, but yeah, his strength was very, very unrated and underestimated. But like the Yak was a problem.
Good.
Why are we showing goals at City? What is going on? I scored in this game for Everton.
Did you? You scored this game for Everton against City?
Yeah, I scored a few goals against Joe. There's a few goals against Joe.
And I'm sure you keep telling him that even now.
No, not now. Not now. But yeah, Yak. You had to respect him because he was that strong. And he didn't need, like... Some players are strong that need space to generate that power. Yak didn't. He was, like, instant. Standing next to you and he could full force. Yeah.
I love Joe Hart's hair in that one as well. Right, throwback. Okay, who was your strongest, Chris?
Yak's a good shout. And I also play with Yak, so I know how strong he is. But for me, there's one guy, Benjani.
We love Benjani.
You have to test that guy. I mean, if maybe you have just a Terminator and you have metal,
Wolverine,
or whatever it is, but the guy is made out of metal. Like he could, it's over. It's like you're in jail. Please take me off those handcuffs.
Yeah.
You know, he was that strong, and also when you go and impact his body, you're like, what rock is this?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is so hard.
I think he was like that. Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Made out of iron. I hit
Some of
him
them that met on you eat him, and you're like, why is it me who's hurt?
I'm going to give you a full like body check.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sadio Mane was made out of iron.
Yeah.
We love Benjani on this show. He's been a guest on this show, so next time he's on, we'll clip that up and we'll show him that, Chris.
You don't need it. He's probably going to call me after this, you know. We're still in contact.
Oh, are you still in contact?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yakubu, Benji, all those guys, yes.
Right, so he was your strongest. We've got two left. Best movement.
Mine was when I got to Champions League, played against Giuseppe Rossi.
Okay.
And
he was at United as well?
No, this was for Villarreal.
Right.
But yeah, he made a few moves that I knew if they made the pass, he's in on goal. But they wasn't able to make the pass at the level he was making his moves. So I was like, yeah, he was a real eye-opener. And that was late in my career, but it was like, you don't need to be lightning. Your movement needs to be smooth and the timing of it all and stuff. So, yeah, because as a defender, you have to think about, well, I know you're making the move, but if he can't pass, I don't need to track the run. So that's the only lucky part. His movement was that good. And if he was playing in our team at the time, the balls would have been coming. So he was someone that, I remembered.
Unexpected one.
Yeah.
Chris?
One come to mind is when I played against a prime Higuain.
He's just dropping names.
Yeah, some big names, him.
Oh, Higuain, yes, at Napoli. His movement in the box is, you know, you're going to go to the header to clear it and he just appear in front and you just, where you come from? You know, he come from out of nowhere. And this is the things you can't do nothing.
Yeah, no.
You're going to go and the ball and it just, you know, makes a run in front of you. It's nothing you can do, just well done, you know. You beat me there.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't want to feel like that, but sometimes it's how it is, I would say. Yeah, I would say Higuain.
Okay, so my last one I've got for you. The toughest all-round striker you played against?
Oof. To me, that's an easy one. I every time say it. I don't want to see, hear, or remember Carlos Tevez.
Yes!
I do not want to, no.
Yeah.
No, you had a tough time against him.
Fly swatter, everything, cannon, he's coming back. You know, so it's tough as his game.
Did you see him in Soccer Aid, the big charity game that was played in the summer again, and he came on and he scored like 3 goals in like 10 minutes and just like laughed everybody off the pitch,
I mean, it's not someone you can discourage to, you know, you can headbutt him, you know, do whatever. He's coming back.
Yeah.
is coming back.
Oh, I love that one.
Carlos,
Yeah.
big one.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, mine being Carlos, but I went with Rooney again. I just think if
Let's show the clip again.
yeah, we've seen enough. But yeah, if again that game, particularly, was horrendous, wasn't he? He would talk about it himself, but he had the capabilities of just going, okay, I'll just win the game based on an overhead kick. But yeah, he played. They won.
Yeah.
So
Many nightmares as a fan about Wayne Rooney.
yeah,
Many.
and he loved it as well. He didn't.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, he couldn't. The more physical you got, the more he wanted it as well. So you'd have to really balance that. You'd probably frustrate him, like I said before. We've tried to not let him touch the ball.
Yeah.
And then he would get frustrated. But if you're letting him build momentum, then it's a problem.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you. That was good. And as expected, there was some big bomb names and some little unexpected ones as well. Yeah. So thank you very much. Okay, so we are about half an hour away from today's 2 p.m. kickoff in the Premier League. City take on Villa. As always, you'll get your full match commentary on the City app. If you're not currently watching on there, get yourself over to the City app, and you're going to get your commentary from the wonderful Alistair Mann and the brilliant Kit Simons. And do you know what? We're going to go over to them right now and get the team news for Aston Villa.
Thanks, Nat. Yes, it's one of those days when you just feel that this could be a very big moment in the season. Villa in exceptional form. Let's forget that defeat in the Europa League on Thursday. And City, of course, in exceptional form as well. This is the Villa lineup. Emi Martinez, Matty Cash, Esri Konsa. And then, of course, they have John McGinn, Buendia, Watkins, Dina, Pau Onana or Pau Torres, Rodgers and Kamara. It's sort of depends which way you go on it, really. 6 changes to the Europa League, but just a couple of changes to their Premier League lineup. Emi Buendia and Ollie Watkins have come in from the last Premier League lineup, and Guesson and Marlon are the two who have made way. Kit Simons alongside me. We've been studying the Villa team. What in particular has caught your eye about it today?
Yeah, I think the big thing is probably Watkins coming back in to the starting lineup. As you said already, Ali Villa started the season quite poorly, but have been in really good form lately. But I think he's the one who's really looking to get his sort of season going and start bagging a few goals. So hopefully for us, not today though.
You mentioned goals. They've only scored 8 in their 8 Premier League fixtures. Of course, they've only conceded 8 in their 8 fixtures as well. So why do you think they've had problems scoring? Why have they had issues going forward?
I don't know. It's difficult to tell because there's not too many changes from last year where they obviously, were relatively free scoring. I mean, it's a really strong, look at the team, it's a strong physical team. They're very organised, set up well. But like I say, last season there seemed to be that flair going forward, and they were certainly more capable of scoring goals. And I mean, look at this team now. They will start scoring more goals as well. It's been a tough, bit of a slow start to them, but you can see they're starting to build a bit of momentum, come into a little bit of form. And Watkins is a quality player, and they've got Marlon to come in as well, who can score goals as well. And then people like Buendia and McGinn, they're going to chip in too. So I don't think come the end of the season goal scoring will be a problem for them.
And in terms of City, obviously all the attention has been on Erling Haaland. We've got this partnership now of Stones alongside Diaz, which meant Gvardiol's pushed over to the left side. What do you think of that as a central defensive partnership? Is that what you would do? Would you push Gvardiol out to the left to make sure he was still within that back four?
I mean, there's options now. I mean, there's no Nico Riley at left back, who's got into the England squad as a left back now, who obviously when he first came in playing as a central, as a central midfield player, playing at left back. I mean, I was a little bit sort of concerned for him initially, but he's gone from strength to strength there. So there's options, but also you say about Stones and Diaz as a defensive pairing, which they obviously are out of possession, but Stones, certainly looking at him against Villarreal, he plays most of the game in central midfield, and he's fantastic in there. So it's quite fluid, and the options now defensively are really good for Pep.
Just one final thought before we go down to FG, who's at pitch side. Just a quick thought, really, on the psychological significance of winning today, because there is a chance City could even go back to the top if Arsenal were to lose to Crystal Palace. But also with Villa, OK, they lost in the Europa League, but they haven't lost a game since August in the Premier League. They're on the up. City are on the up. What's the psychological boost of winning today?
It would be huge, absolutely. I mean, the City, both teams are in a really good place, so they both sort of fancy their chances going into it. But I think were City to win this, and I've got a strong feeling for them that they will, if I'm perfectly honest, then I think it would be huge, yeah. And then people will really start saying, I'm not a big fan of saying, our City back, because I think they'll never get back to what they were. It's a different beast now they're evolving into. But they'll be in a really good place and on a bit of a roll, that's for sure. So I think it will play quite a big part psychologically a win today.
OK, the thoughts there of former City defender Kit Symons. We'll be bringing you blow by blow as this game kicks off in a few minutes' time. Let's go down to pitch side now, and we can hear from FG.
Yeah, thank you. Very warm welcome to Villa Park. As you can see, FG is here. He's joined by MCFC lads. Luke Stanley, welcome back to Matchday Live. You've been to the Emirates. We're here at Villa Park. Let's go back then and talk about the last few games for Manchester City. We seem to be in a completely more positive place than we were this time last year.
Yeah, well, we came here last time with no confidence at all. It wasn't a great performance. Pep said, there was no energy, nothing. And last 9 games since that little bad patch at the start of the season were 7 wins, 2 draws, 9 unbeaten. Can we make it 10 unbeaten today? I'd hope so. Yeah, it's looking good.
It's looking indeed. You can probably see behind us, we've got Nico Gonzalez, who's on the bench today. He's out there. He's probably going through his pre-match rituals, maybe just FaceTiming.
Cheeky coffee.
He's got a coffee in his hand. I mean, it's great to see him back in the squad. Unfortunately, he's not in the starting lineup, but let's go to that midfield straight away. We're looking at a midfield we're predicting of Reinders, Bernardo and Phil Foden.
Yeah.
We've seen Bernardo Silva play that deeper role quite successfully over the years at Man City. I mean, are you confident with that midfield?
Yeah, well, Bernardo's an experienced player now. When he obviously came in, he was a younger player, but now he's the captain. So we want to see him step up. We know he can play anywhere, Bernardo, pretty much. So we've seen him on the wing this season. He might play deeper. It might be Reinders deeper. Phil Foden in that attacking position is very exciting to me. It looks all right, doesn't it, the team?
I mean, Tijani Reinders, by the way, we've seen the best of both worlds with that man. He can attack, he can defend. What a steal he was. Serie A Player of the Year last season, of course, in midfield. He can play anywhere. Just looking at the sprinkler, by the way. That's after us. He can play anywhere. We're expecting to see him in a bit more of a deeper role today. And we've seen how good he was going forward against Wolves when he scored, of course, in that game. What do you think is so impressive about him?
He just arrives in the box. I mean, we've not seen, I don't think, a goal since that Wolves game, but in pre-season he could have had about 5 in that game against Palermo. So, I think Ryan is a really good player. I'm hoping to see him score again. That's what I want to see from him. That attacking role, Phil Foden back start, and he obviously got the rest against Villarreal, and then Oscar Bob as well. I like Oscar Bob, so we'll see what he can do today.
We do like Oscar Bob, indeed. A start for him today, a big opportunity. I feel like with Oscar Bob, we saw him in the US tour. This was the year before the Club World Cup, before he got injured. He was in sensational form. He looked really sharp, and he showed what he can do. Do you think he's getting back to that level of sharpness now?
Yeah, well, it was very unfortunate. I thought last season was going to be a bit of a breakout season for Oscar Bob. He got that injury, obviously, very unfortunate. Didn't quite get back into the team too much before the end of the season. But then this season, I'm hoping now, he's starting at Villa Park. Big game. We need to try and win this game. Oscar Bob today, watch out for him, because I think he's going to be on it.
And now quickly, before we head back to the studio with our 2 centre-halves, let's talk about centre-half who's starting. John Stones, great to see him back in the starting lineup, back playing minutes. That's what we want to see. We want to see John Stones fully fit, and we want to see him in the team because he's a huge asset to this side.
Yeah, well, I think against Villarreal we saw that treble John Stones back, running about. That's what we want to see. If we can keep him fit, touch wood, John Stones is, for me, one of the best defenders in the world. So Johnny Stones, that's what we want to see in the team. You know what I mean?
Stones and Diaz as well, iconic partnership.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about Jolie and Lescott and Chris Samba as a partnership?
I think they've still got it. They'll probably be a bit humble and say they haven't, but I reckon they could do a job.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if the scouts at Baller League are watching, because Jolie and Lescott might find himself in that as well as Chris Samba. But let's head back to the studio from Villa Park. We'll catch up with you shortly.
Thank you so much there to FG and to Luke Stanley. Yes, Natalie Pike is in the studio. Do you want to do yours?
Jordan Lescott is in the studio as well.
FG just first-personed himself fully, didn't he? Did you hear him? FG is here.
It's wild. Get a bit of attention there.
Wow. Wow. And then he came for you.
No, to be fair, it was a
nice.
compliment. It was nice. It was nice for once.
That was
fair play to him.
Yes. Yeah. That was FG. He's our presenter, Chris, that goes around the games, and we like to, have some fun with him.
Yeah.
We like to have some fun with him. So every time we have a debutant on the show, Chris, we like to spend 5 minutes just finding out a little bit more about them and their career. Okay. So if we start with, obviously, your career in England and probably best known for your time at Blackburn. And when you first signed for Blackburn in 2007, our own Mark Hughes was your manager then.
Was, yeah.
What was he like to play under?
Love playing under the Mark Hughes. Obviously, he's the one who, is every time I have that special place, that managers that give you your real chance, your real debut, believe in you and everything. So this is, for us, I don't know, for you, who was that?
Colin Lee.
Yeah.
But also Mark Hughes, he signed me here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Kidding?
Yeah. So obviously a special place. I came on trial, on trial, to
How old
Blackburn.
was you then?
Around 20, 19, 20, I came, I had a trial, and obviously I impressed him enough that he kept me around, so, thanks to him, But yeah, it was a pleasure to play for him.
Yeah. I didn't know, I would have said Big Sam, signed him.
No.
Yeah. Well, it went. Mark Hughes went from Blackburn to City, and then Sam came in at Blackburn. But there was a rumour, is it true that when Mark came to City, he talked about bringing to City with him?
Oh, I think it was just a rumour, just because obviously we had a good relationship, close. He's a player that, like me all the time, so people were just speculating, but there was no real truth in that.
So he brought you to Blackburn, then he came to City, and then he brought you to City. It's nice the way.
So I came to Blackburn, and he saw an upgraded version of me, so he for it, so that's what it is.
But then, as Jolien says, it was Big Sam after that, and you had a brilliant relationship with Sam.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's just because of continuity to what I was doing with Mark Hughes. Obviously I became then a captain at the club. So you have more responsibilities. And when somebody gives you that trust, it's so much easier to perform, to play and do everything. So it's a lot easier.
Oh yeah,
a lot easier.
What were the differences like from Mark Hughes being managed by him to then going to Sam?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah. I would say that Mark is a little bit more quiet in his approach. Obviously, Sam is the contrary. He's more vocal. So two different styles. But as I would say, as managers, they were very good. Very good. They knew how to get the best out of us.
Loving this.
Jason Roberts.
Yeah.
I used to clean his boots.
Did you?
Yeah, Wolves, yeah.
Why
are we just showing goals against Man City?
I know.
What?
I looking at the players that were playing.
Yeah.
Look at Joe again. We've shown Joe.
Joe's getting punished.
A few goals today.
Joe's getting punished, man.
Bless him, yes.
Goal a game, Joe.
And then I mentioned a little bit earlier as well about when Sam asked you to play up front
that's my assist
for a bit.
That was his touch. He didn't mean to do that.
I don't remember. I need to see it again to be honest.
I'm joking.
Edison.
That is, yeah. There's not strike forces like that nowadays. Jason Robertson, Benny McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Samba coming up for set pieces.
This Blackburn team was classic.
That was nice. On purpose, you see.
Yeah. Another goal against Joe.
Yes. Yeah. Poor Joe. And another Vincent Kompany one as well. Oh, well, it's good to reflect. It's good to reflect. We learn, we move. So you had your time at Blackburn with Sam, and then your career took you around. But in terms of back to England, obviously, you had a period at QPR as well. And we had Nadem on the show in the week as well. And we were talking about the time. And he said, despite kind of the troubles that were going on at QPR at that time, that you were always really good to him. You're always really nice, and you had a good relationship.
Yeah, I love Ned. Obviously, when you play with someone and you can see the person that's going to go to war, Ned's going to go to war. Yeah. No problem. That's all you can ask, from your partner. He was that kind of player. Somebody you don't have to think, too much, is going to do the job. So, crazy time. Crazy time.
Yeah. In terms of the football back then, I mean, we talk about that Blackburn team, and obviously I have a good relationship with Sam Allardyce. I know him very well, and I don't think he will mind me saying this. Sam is a big fan of direct football. So, none of this from the back. Sam likes to score, to keep a solid defence and to score and direct football. We're seeing a bit of a return to direct football, so I'm describing it, direct football now in this kind of modern day with, long throws. We saw Brentford scoring from the long throw yesterday. What do you make of the way football has kind of gone full circle?
I think for teams, obviously you need to explore every weapon available to you. It's not because you're a playing team and you go about, like Tottenham, like a long throw, that you are a specific style. I think this makes you actually harder to play against. If you have so many ways to every time the ball in the box, create chaos. And I've done it. I don't know if you've done it too much, but I've done it a lot. We scored a lot of goal about, corner, set pieces, long throw, and look at the game yesterday, first goal, they decide games still. So we see a trend of a footballers who is, our number 9, our big number 9 coming back, obviously, with Haaland starting that trend back again. And, so now everybody wants that big, tall centre half again. And you see that now the long throws and everything, you need to exploit everything you've got. The Premier League is a difficult place to
with
win.
The throwing one's a strange one because it's viewed as a negative, but it's a set piece.
Yeah.
If it was a free kick out there, it would go in the box and no one would bat an eyelid. The throwing is a set piece. So if you can reach the box with a set piece, you're going to reach the box. Why would you not put it in there? And
well, why did it go away? Because it seemed to.
It's not an easy thing to do, by the way. Not everyone has someone in their team that can. We had the shortest long throw in our team, Micah. He could throw it high, but not far. So as I said, it's not easy.
Then you have Delap, who don't look like nothing.
I remember,
and he throws the ball to the second post. Easy.
I remember when Mancini came, and it was one of the games was against Stoke. He then moved the advertising boards closer to.
I remember that. To stop
him. So he couldn't run.
We did that too.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember
that like straight and
make
it across.
Start seeing that.
Yeah. But now it's all digital, so they.
Oh, you're right.
And there has to be a distance because obviously if you run into them.
But against us, he found the solution. He just ran like a ramp.
Like a ramp
and just turn at the last moment. So if it's just like 5-10 yards of the middle of the pitch, he's throwing it.
Well, Pepper said in his press conference that we don't have anybody in our team that can do long throws, so it's not an option for us currently. There you go. But I like it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of it.
And we've seen teams struggle because defenders aren't used to that. It's like a cross, and crosses don't come in the box really now, where you have to contest it. It's normally you're picking someone out, but when there's 20 people back there, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah. But also we saw Sunderland's goal against Chelsea, their winning goal, which came from just, they punted it up and then the striker was strong. So I'm liking it. I'm enjoying the
I think we've seen in general play, I think everyone does it last 10 minutes. We've done it, Arsenal do it, and we're deemed to be the best sides that play football. If you're behind, you want to get it behind, just turn them.
Definitely. Chris, thank you. Thank you so much. Very, very, very much enjoyed that. Thank you. So we're going to go back over now to Villa Park, where FG and Luke Stanley are going to play a game of blind ranking. And Jolene, you might want to pay attention to this because they are blind ranking players that have played for both City and Villa, and you're surely going to be in this. So
I better be.
Let's see what they think.
Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome back to Villa Park. Now listen, Luke, we're not going to bring you on MatchDay Live without having a little bit of fun at your expense, or maybe you're going to have fun at our expense.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a blind ranking of players who have played for both Manchester City and Aston Villa. Are there any players that stick out to you who may or may not
James
be on the...
Milner.
Okay. Is that it?
No, I can name Richard Dunn.
Okay, yeah.
Stephen Ireland.
Just checking his ball knowledge. All right, there's 5 players on this list. Okay. Rank them 1 to 5, with 1 being the best and 5, of course, being the worst.
At City, the best at City.
Listen,
just my opinion.
It's your opinion, okay? It's your opinion.
Mate.
Okay, so we're going to get started. The first player I'm going to name to you is none other than the man you mentioned yourself, and it's Gareth Barry.
You know what? I'm going to go number 1.
Gareth Barry at number 1.
All-time Prem appearance holder, mate.
Play along, by the way, if you're watching Matchday Live wherever you are in the world. Number 2, I'm going to go with Richard Dunn.
I'll go 3.
Number 3. Okay, yep, can't argue with that one. And this is one that I maybe would have put number 1, but it's your opinion. And of course, who would ever forget Super Jack Grealish?
Yeah. Number 2. Yeah.
Number 2, happy with your list so far? Barry, Grealish, and Dunn?
I think Jack's in good company there, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he'll be having questions to answer, I'm sure, to the next person I'm about to name. It's the man in the studio, Joleon Lescott.
I'll go 6. No, I'll go number 4 there. I'll go number 4.
Number 4 for Joleon Lescott, and then finally, one that you might not remember playing for Aston Villa much, Kyle Walker.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, he's gone number 5. I've messed that up massively.
So when we look back then, and we look back at the list, and we look at
I don't think anyone's
Richard Dunn,
place,
Grealish,
mate.
Lescott, and Walker. Where would you rank them now it's not blind?
I've already done it blind, mate. You can't move him now, mate. You know
so
the
we're
rules.
taking the blindfold off.
Yeah.
Barry, Dunn, Grealish, Lescott, Walker. What is your top 5 in order?
I think it's Walker number 1. I'd go Walker, Barry.
Grealish.
Joleon's in trouble there.
Joleon, Richard Dunn.
I think Joleon sneaks 4th over Richard Dunn just because he's in the studio and I'll be nice, but I'll go Walker, Barry, Grealish, Dunn, Lescott.
Joleon Lescott, number 5. I think Joleon Lescott will be number 1 because you were part of that team that won us the league. So I'm going to head back to the studio and Joleon is going to give us his list of 5. It was very difficult because they're all fantastic players.
Luke's second time on Matchday Live. Will it be his last?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be his last.
What do you think, Joleon?
Nah, listen, they're all stellar names, but the criteria got differed. Do you know what I mean? He's judging me on my time, but Gareth Barry on his appearances. So
You're not happy with the criteria?
The criteria's got to be the same for everyone.
I mean, if it was number of trophies?
And if it was, well, I'll be up there. But Carl's obviously number 1. But also, if it's time for City, Donny can't be 5, having won Player of the Year.
About 1 million times.
In a row.
Yeah, fully.
Luke, do better.
Luke's just been told. That is getting clipped and put on his social media, by the way. Julian telling him to do better. Thank you. So we are around about 10, 12 minutes away from today's 2 p.m. kickoff. City taking on Villa. There are other Premier League games taking place at 2 o'clock as well. Let's have a look at the current Premier League table. So when I looked at this yesterday, I gasped at how that top 4 is looking. So you can see there, Arsenal sitting top there. In second place currently in the Premier League is Sunderland, and I swear nobody in the world would have predicted that, and I love it. I'm so here for it for them. And then obviously we're in third, 8 played, but obviously if we win today we would jump above Sunderland. And then in fourth place, again, nobody in the world would have predicted that Manchester United would be in fourth place and above Liverpool sitting in 6th. Bournemouth, I think I would have guessed, could have had a punt at Bournemouth being up there, but the others...
What, 5th?
I mean, being up there...
Yeah, being up there, but the United one, yeah.
It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Disappointed as well.
Yes, Julian. There you go, Luke. That's the sort of things you have to say on Matchday Live. And Chris, what have you made of let's say the title race so far this season, because it's wide open.
It's wide open, obviously, with the champions Liverpool. It's not easy to include those big parts. This has been the challenge so far for them. And I would say the same also for probably for Man City. Man City is difficult, play out, play in, so difficult to really find the best formula. But I think over time, they will get even more dangerous and they can sneak to the title because they're not in the eye of everybody's a favorite yet. That Arsenal is probably at the time we're speaking because obviously they have a little bit more stability when it comes to their team, and obviously if Gyökeres start scoring goals, it's going to be trouble. But we feel like City is still unfinished and they're just so close to be again the final version. And we just feel that at that time when they're going to be their final version, it's going to... Those teams have to be careful. It might be, again, 4 or 5 year domination again. Because when you look at the talent, players have not yet even, played this year or peaked. You know, you're talking about Marmoush being out. You know,
We've not seen Cherki the best of.
Cherki, you know, I'm telling you, I've watched him in the French league. He do stuff you don't understand. You know, so it's still so much to come for that team. So it's so difficult to judge this year because so many teams are not yet where they want to be.
I completely agree, and I like City being a bit more under the radar as well. It's nice. What I've enjoyed so much about the start of the season so far, Julian, is the craziness of the media football fans, because a few games in, Liverpool had won the league.
Oh, yeah.
We drew with Arsenal and they were out of it. Now Arsenal have won the league and Liverpool are out of it. It's just the craziness of it.
It's insane, yeah. Like, it was the worst result that ever happened, us drawing at Arsenal, and then a week later it was a great one. Like, it's so early. Like, even that, I'm thinking Liverpool, and I look at the table, it's they're one win away, and us having one defeat. It's so crazy that you can't predict anything. Yes, Arsenal favourites, they're top, and they look strong. They probably look the best balanced team out of everyone so far. I still believe it's between us, Arsenal, and Liverpool. I don't know if all three of them teams are not going to have bad seasons to where there's a surprise. So between them three, for me.
To what you say is a lot different than last season, where you feel like if you're 6 points, you're gone.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like team will drop here and there because they're not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know, so it's open.
Yeah. So everyone looks like they can lose the game.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. So yeah, it's exciting, and long may it continue until we become top and then we stay there.
Which may happen today. So Arsenal play Crystal Palace today, also at a 2 p.m. kickoff. So they will, at half-time and full-time, obviously we'll let you know as well, because if Crystal Palace get a result against Arsenal, which of course they are capable of doing, City win, we would go top. That's how close
but you don't want it to happen then for us to get carried away. Do you know what I mean? So
you're right, okay.
I'm not saying we don't want to be top, but
never turn down.
Never turn down being top of the league, but also don't get carried away when you are.
Outside of City, Arsenal and Liverpool, when you look at that table, you see Sunderland, you see Manchester United, you see Bournemouth. Who is the team, both of you, has the best chance of breaking those three? Yeah.
I still think Chelsea are top four.
Even after obviously, not reacting on one game, but obviously beating Sunderland at home yesterday.
That doesn't surprise. Like, Chelsea aren't title contenders yet, but they still are capable of beating any team. That's the difference for me. I still like. It's still more of a surprise in the greatest respect. I know we like to laugh about it. It's more surprising when United win and then lose at this moment in time, where Chelsea, it's a surprise that they lose. So whilst you have that, I think they're still favourites.
Yeah, true for Chelsea. The thing that I've seen with Chelsea is once Palmer is not playing, it looks like it's a big part missing in the team, you know. And so I don't know what is going to be with Cole Palmer this year. You know, is he coming back? Is you know, fully himself? But I think he will play a big part in Chelsea be able to break in the top four or not.
Well, we will see. And of course, today it's going to be an interesting day with Arsenal playing City, both playing at 2 o'clock. So as we turn our attention to the game, give me a score prediction, please.
I feel 3-1 Man City.
3-1 to City? Okay.
Could we score? I'm still not as good as our defence has been since February. I still
12 clean sheets.
With confidence to rely on.
Okay.
I make it closer, 2-1 City.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be a nervy one for me at the end of this?
Nervy one.
Oh, great. Chris, you never watched a game of football with me before. Good luck. Thank you very much for being on the show today. And I'm wondering if we've got any DIY that we could get you doing around the studio during the game.
The monitor's down.
We can find something. Yeah, we can find something.
Only one person that can make me work DIY. only one.
Thank you so much, Chris. Please. Julian, thank you very much, as always. Thank you all for joining us on Matchday Live. We will be back at half-time and then full-time, where, do you know what? Maybe we're talking about City being top. Maybe we're second. Well, let's hope we're talking about 3 points for the Blues. We're going to hand over now to our commentary team for today. You'll get your full match commentary on the City app. Switch over if you're not currently watching on the City app. It is Alistair Mann and Kit Simons.
Thank you, Natalie. Seems like a big day today, it really does. A lot of the teams near the top of the table playing this afternoon, and 2 banging form teams up against each other at a ground where the Blues haven't been that successful in recent seasons, both protecting unbeaten runs in the Premier League since August. Well, in an ever-changing picture at the top end of the Premier League table, City can truly make a statement of intent if they can win here at Villa Park this afternoon. Both City and hosts Aston Villa arrive in exceptional form, both unbeaten in their last 5 league games. Neither have given up 3 points since August. Throw in the fact that City haven't won on their last 3 visits here to Villa Park, and you can